Hello. Oh, let me make sure this is right. Welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you dig my vibe, please subscribe. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers, so any little bit helps for sure. Um, Definitely leave a comment. Let me know if this is resonating for you. We're doing a collective reading. Um, okay. Let's see. All right. All right. So I get for this person, this was someone who I think you received a lot of warnings while you were with this person. You might have gotten a lot of red flags. Yeah. Oh, okay. This person, you had anxiety, but it's like you were trying to convince yourself that it was butterflies, but it wasn't. That was your nervous system, babes. Your nervous system was trying to tell you, yeah, that's not butterflies in your stomach. That's your gut instincts, babes. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost get the vibe when you look back on the situation. Yeah, collective. And think about those butterflies. Now you're picking it up, ain't you? You picking it up, collective. You know, cause see, it ended bad. That's how you know now when you look back that you heard that confirmation, Bella Rose over there. Confirmation. When you look back and you really think about it, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Them wasn't butterflies, babes. That was anxiety. Real love is calm and peaceful. You really should not have no butterflies. And that's the trick. That's the trick. That's how they get you. All right? Yeah. And this was just somebody who, it literally, because they were still finding themselves. Yeah. So you had to let them get lost. Literally, okay? Yeah. Because this person, yeah, they might have even presented to you like they were trying to heal some of their more toxic traits, but they never had any intentions of changing. They just wanted to convince you that they were going to change so they would have more time with you. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, before you actually woke up and saw that they weren't doing the work. You know, that's what I get. And it's so crazy because I'm still getting the vibe that you're the destination, collective, and they was trying to treat you like a stop on the path. Absolutely no. But they gonna find out in due time. Trust. Okay. Yeah, and I get they were just really inconsistent. Yeah, they might have came on really strong in the beginning, and then just kind of fizzled out. You know what I mean? And they might have tried to say that you were being clingy or whatever suddenly, but I don't get that you were being clingy. I just get that they were inconsistent, and it's like it was like projection. You know what I mean? Because they knew they weren't showing up for you appropriately like you needed. So instead of actually reflecting and doing the work to actually be better for you, again, they would rather just say, you're clingy. But I don't get that you really were that clingy. Yeah. And you might have even had dreams about this person, or there just might have been subtle signs that you were picking up on that this person was not the one. Okay? That's what I get here. It literally says Spirit said, not this one, sweetie. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. And I get that was even more so not just the butterflies, the flutter flutter. Okay? That flutter flutter, that was your nervous system trying to tell you that you felt unsafe. Something about this person's energy was unsafe to you. That was not butterflies. That was anxiety. That's what I'm getting. And yeah, you honestly, you might have checked up on this person online just trying to see if they were doing stuff with other people or something like that. Yeah, because it's like you knew. Like, I just get that you knew something wasn't right. Something was not right. And you knew this. That's why I say there was just signs. I don't know if it was dreams or symbols or just odd coincidences. You know what I mean? Because I do say sometimes when you're in these type of spiritual connections, sometimes that you have with people, I think everyone that comes into your life is a spiritual connection, really. And I think that's why you come into each other's life. You were supposed to. And I think sometimes it's like your souls will be talking to each other. Okay? Like sometimes, if you recall this last connection collective, now tell me, was there a moment where you said something to them and they said something to you, and it was like casual in the moment, but now looking back, it was heavy. It was almost like foreshadowing. It was almost like y'all were having a conversation about what was going to occur in the future and y'all didn't even know. Now, seriously, tell me if that happened or not with this past person, because that vibe just came out. I'm not even gonna lie, that vibe just came out. And then I don't know, it's giving man here. It's giving that I'm reading on a man collective, but again, if your past person is a woman, hey, take it how you get it. But literally, that's what I'm getting. And then I almost get the vibe that, see, this is the same thing with this person. They really didn't know what they wanted. They just wanted to extract. They wanted softness and nurturing. Okay, that's what I get here, because it literally says they don't want a partner. They want a mom with benefits. That's the same energy I'm getting here with this self-centered. I want what feeds me, right? That's why they would twist it when they were inconsistent and say that you were clingy, because in their twisted head, it's what would make sense, because they only want you around when they want you around. They don't want you around when you want to be around. You know what I'm saying, collective? So if you come around and they are not wanting you around because they are not in a needy space, they're going to classify you as clingy. It's crazy. It's like, no, I don't feel like you were clingy at all, collective. All right. And I just get you were doing a lot of soft and nurturing things for this person. You know what I mean? And soothing their ego and probably helping them with mom type of activities, cooking, cleaning, whatever. And maybe even giving advice, you know? Maybe even low key halfway being a little bit of a therapist for this person. Yeah. And hey, it ain't your job to turn boys into men, and it ain't your job to turn girls into women. So, whoever this is for. Again, collective, let me tell you, that little flutter, that is not butterflies in your stomach. That's anxiety in your nervous system. Your body is picking up on a frequency that's not safe. Okay? And it's probably their inconsistent energy that you was picking up on. And your body was like, this person, something's unstable here. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It wasn't, oh, new romance, butterflies. No, it wasn't that. Your body was foreshadowing exactly what you were going to go through, because that person was energetically not on your frequency, collective. That's absolutely what I'm getting here. And your body, where it resonates, y'all know about resonance. Come on, get into music theory and all that stuff. Think about it. The way when sound resonates against an object or a body, that's what I'm saying. You got to understand, all of these things are connected. That was not butterflies. That was that frequency It was jacking you up in there. Your nervous system was getting hanged and pinged and flipped and flopped. It was a no. I'm telling you, real, genuine love and connection, it is going to be a calm resonance. It's going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going to be going on inside of your nervous system. Safety, comfort, no flutters. You ain't gonna get no flutters. This would be flow, ease, ooze. I mean ease. Okay, you know what I'm saying, collective. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally they lost all effort after they got you. That's what I'm saying. That's when they started acting weird, being inconsistent. Because this person, they never could sustain the connection in the first place. They never could. Yeah, and it's just they were making everything so complex. Because look, this is what it says: if the effort dropped after they got you, you were the prize. They already won. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the same thing as this here, right? They don't know what the heck they want. Okay, they acting like you somebody that they can practice around with. You know what I mean? And it's like you're literally are the full package. Okay, and it's like as soon as they get you, if they act like they got you, no. Because the longer you stay, you let them win. That's literally what this is saying here. But no, you run the game. You run your own game. And then this says love shouldn't feel like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. It should not. Okay? Because this person was just crazy and all over the place. All right? That's what I'm getting here. Let's see what else you got for me here, Holy Spirit. Oh, I think this is the wrong deck. My bad. I absolutely am not feeling this person's energy. They're so chaotic. They're so chaotic. And I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like I know a few people who act like this. I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, it's like I don't know. Anyway, I almost feel like you probably couldn't even have a regular conversation with this person. Like you probably would be so confused because it's like the immaturity, the adolescence. Like everything would be all good while everything was all good, right? But like if something serious came up or you needed some sort of reciprocity or assistance with something, I just kind of get they probably might have been doing that weaponized incompetence thing to the point where it's like, all right, well, you're helping me so terribly that I don't even want you to help me anymore. So now I'm going to do it by myself. But that was their goal the entire time. You know? Okay? Anyway, okay. So why are they in separation, Holy Spirit? Why are they in separation? Yeah, because this person just won't change. This person is literally chaotic as heck. And they just will not change. They never changed. That's why y'all are in separation. They did not get the memo. They really didn't care about the memo, to be honest. And then I don't know, you might have moved or they might have moved, maybe out of state or something, or just maybe to another area where the y'all don't have as easy of access to each other anymore or something like that. That could be possible for some of the collective. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Tarot is going to tell us. Tarot. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit. What else you got for me? Yeah, because this person avoids accountability. Okay. And they literally they're just like a negative Nancy. This Justice in reverse and the Star reverse. Literally. Literally. They avoid accountability at all costs. Okay. And then let me tell you how I literally got the Magician and it came out crossing. To me, I'm just saying, I'm getting this card more so like this person is always going to manipulate the outcomes to get what they want. You know, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. This is what I'm saying. That's why y'all ain't work out. All right. This person is like, they have a dark, heavy energy. Something about them is just off to me. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with this obsessive lover card that came out before. And then the way that your nervous system was reacting to them. Something is not right with this person. And yeah, like I said, they will avoid accountability at all costs. And they will get what they want, period. No matter whatever means they got to go through to get it. They always have an agenda. Yeah, that's what I get here about this person. Mm, mm, mm. All right, Holy Spirit. What's this person's current emotions towards the collective? Okay. All right, Holy Spirit. Ooh. All right, what's this person's current emotions towards the collective, please, Holy Spirit? What's their current emotions towards the collective? How many cards was that? One, okay. Let me get a few more, please, Holy Spirit. Like I said, absolutely no. Absolutely no. They're dark. Immediately, the first one out is greed. What did I just say with the magician? What did I just say? This person is going to, they are a consumer. They are a consumer. Remember what we talked about here? How they want to use you as a stepping stone, because they're lost. They want you to mother or father them. They drop the effort once they got with you. They want to twist things and make it seem as though you're clingy when they're just inconsistent. I'm telling you, this person is a consumer. They want to take. They are an energy vampire, really. They said you are there at their beck and call. That's the type of person they wanted you to be. They don't want to show up for you or give to you. They want to take. All right? Mm, mm, mm. Oh, drop the card. One moment. Mm. I ain't even gonna lie. I do think this one applies, to be honest. Let me tell you, this is crazy. So I got confused. I was confused about what this person is confused about. So that card that had fell on the floor, it was the High Priestess, and I'm like, I don't know. Let me check and see what that, what's around the energy around that. But let me tell you how I ended up getting the Page of Swords in reverse, which is just repeating the confusion. Because let me tell you, this person right here, they were so. This gives me the vibe that it's like something about you, collective, is connected to something higher, right? Literally, the way that I already had that spirit was giving you signs and warnings, they sense that. They are so confused by that power within you. That's what that is, okay? And that's the real truth, collective. They see your power. Yeah. And they're just literally, because I almost get too with this Page of Swords reverse. Like, it's this, there's this like symmetry that you have, like this cohesion, focus that you have, like spiritually, like you know what your path is and what you want for your life. And remember, they don't know what their path is. Look, you can't make this stuff up. Oh my gosh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Anyway, but they're just scatterbrained and all over the place, which is, again, they don't know what path they want to take. They don't know their path in life. They don't know their calling, okay? And they're really like cynical about it. You know what I mean? This confusion energy is placed with this, sarcastic y, negativity, type of energy, to the point it's like giving me, you know, why does the collective get to have that and not me? So it's like a confusion. It's like a hatery type of confusion. It's a jealous confusion. You know what I mean? Like, why the collective and not me? Because this person is a consumer. They think everything is about them. They're a selfish individual. Okay? Literally. And then, literally, vengeful was the last emotion that came out. That's what I'm saying. They say, how dare you not deal with me? Okay? That's what I'm saying. Because this travel could have just been about you just making distance. Maybe you didn't move away, or maybe you did move away. Maybe you moved to another state, but I'm just saying, or moved to another city, or just made some distance in communication or something like that. I don't know, but they're pissed. This person is upset about it. Yeah. Mm, they're nasty. I told you this energy was dark. Mm-mm. All right, Holy Spirit, what's the energy around there? Next actions towards the collective. I'm sorry, this one is running a little bit long, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh no, I just been feeling these cards. So let me just see. What's the energy around their next actions, please, Holy Spirit? Not another crossing. I'm always getting some damn crossing stuff. Alright, one more please, Holy Spirit. Memories of you, when you, anyway. Okay, let's see what I get here. See, I got the Hierophant. See, I got this Seven of Pentacles, but I don't know if it came out crossing or what. To me, it came out crossing, okay? And y'all know how I do when I get crossing. And then I got Six of Cups, okay? To me, right? This person here, I almost get the vibe that I feel like they think you will conform and adjust eventually. It almost give me the vibe like they want to break you, collective. Like their next actions is giving me the energy of them kind of just saying, "Oh, I just need to trust the process." Like they feel like they done love bombed you or trauma bonded you so much that you might be making distance right now, but you'll be back. They think they just need to wait you out. That's what I'm getting. Because I feel like they feel like you will, begin to have memories and nostalgia about the connection. Let me tell you, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot. The Hangman reverse. This person's next action is nothing because they feel like you'll conform. They feel like they don't got to do nothing. They just need to trust the process because their efforts will pay off. See, because they feel like they done manipulated you. When we already had that magician out here, because they'll do anything to manipulate what they want. They think they just need to wait for their efforts to pay off. Period. This person is crazy. This is a dark one. This is a dark one, okay? Mm-mm-mm. All right, and what's the outcome of this situation, Holy Spirit? What's the outcome of this situation, please, Holy Spirit? See, I had another shadow energy pop out, but it flipped back so quick I couldn't catch it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I had Knight of Swords as the shadow energy, okay? But let's see for the actual outcome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ace of Wands, Death reversed, Seven of Swords. I mean, at the end of the day, I definitely get this person. You know, they're not going to make any changes. I mean, that's definitely the outcome. They're going to continue to be deceitful and sneaky. Because again, they'll do anything to get what they want. They greedy and they self-absorbed. And let's not forget, we already had this vengeful energy out as how they're thinking about you, because they're so confused at your power, and they're really jealous and envious, collective. I would watch this person, okay, because this definitely is in line with that. Yeah. And I get that they are enthusiastic about you coming towards them as the outcome, okay? They feel like, yeah, they feel like, yeah, collective, like it energizes them. You know what I mean? Because they're an energy vampire. And that's how these people are so twisted. They will sit there and just fantasize about something that hasn't even occurred, and it will charge them up. That's why I say, when it comes to these energy vampires, you cannot do anything, any engagement in any way. You can't even let them see you. You gotta block them because they will get energy and validation off of anything. Okay? I'm just saying. Like, if you post something passive aggressive online, they're gonna immediately think it's about them. They're gonna immediately say, see, the collective is still stuck. They're gonna immediately feel a spark and go pursue other people. They're going to be like, yes, that's the energy I needed today. Yeah, the collective's still stuck on me. I'm just saying, just so you could kind of understand the concept of how this individual thinks. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I get from the outcome. All right. They didn't convince themselves that you're going to come towards them, and that, you know, they don't need to change. They're not going to change. Okay. And when you come back, they just want to do more lies and tricks and sneaky manipulation. That's all I'm getting here, okay? But thanks for watching. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on all my posts. And if this does not apply for you, then let it fly, because everything ain't for everybody. But thank you for watching.